you can hang with me for another rubbing event. We're going to do this other side tonight. Get this up with this camera right here. Let's see how that looks. Make sure you hit the like button when you come on. Of course, I don't know, there ain't a whole lot going on, but you guys seem to want to be here and keep me company, so I guess we'll continue on. I'm going to try to bone this out, polish it up. Still haven't went down and got that other wax. Need to buy a roll of, hey Alan, need to buy a roll of 1/8" solder too. What do we want? This one. Yeah, it looks good. Somebody wrote in my message board or whatever on here that 1 quart of paint. That's all you get. It's a 1/2 quart for substrate and a 1/2 quart for top coat. And that's all that's on this is 1 quart. This is a 6-ounce finish. Airplane weighs 60 ounces. Got the big block PA75 in it. Let's see, we can't bring this up tonight. And how you get them to look like this is all this stupid rubbing. That's 1,000, we don't want to go with that. That's too much. 15. Stay off the cap strips. Oh. Yeah, I'll probably end up flying this one this year. Danny called me last night and said this is his favorite of the models that I got, so it is kind of cool because it's a American flag. But I gotta fly the one that flies the best, so we're gonna dig this out and see if we can't trim it out and make it fly good. Could be flying the Tucker. Hey, Jim. You bet. Rub, rub, rub. More rubbing. Sanding. Now there's a guy who knows how to finish. Now that he's learned how much paint he can use, I bet he don't like me no more. That's the biggest problem with the airplanes at the Nats. They got way too much paint on them. Because not everybody's willing to go through all this trouble. Gotta get out of it what you can. Hey, Melbourne, Australia. G'day, mate. Let's see, what's that guy's name that makes the propellers down there? Brian Ether. That's Brian Ether territory. Doesn't PJ Rowland live down there too? Got friends from everywhere. Kiwi Land, which is where the hell does he live? That's by Australia. Can't remember. Got the CRS going again. We got this, got the leading edge pretty well boned out. You see how nice and flat that is? That'll polish real nice. It's dull. This area right here. BSA, Sydney, Australia as well. Hey, great. All right, Jim says he loves the diet. The diet works, but it's a lot of work. I used to play with BSAs. Had a BSA Lightning. The thing I didn't like about English motorcycles is Wetworth. Wetworth tools. 2964, so with 35/25 or whatever the hell it was. Terrible. Terrible. That Lucas Electronics, boy. If Lucas Electronics made a refrigerator, you drink hot beer all the time. Maybe that's why the guys in Australia drink hot beer. They got Lucas down there. However, believe it or not, Lucas Electronics makes the electronics for the TOW missile. Better hope you never have to shoot it at anybody. Harley Davidson pre-2000 had Magneti Morelli stuff on it, which was not a real. Then it went to Delphi. Nice thing about the Delphi set, if you go to any auto parts store and get an injector or whatever, as long as you knew what you were looking for. Injector, map sensor. Crank position sensor. Alexander III. White. Yeah, Scotland, yeah. Thread pitch was weird. Wrench size was weird. The wrenches were soft. Terrible. And Snap-on doesn't make any Wentworth sizes. I get to see my Snap-on man again tomorrow. I'm going to buy a 1/4 inch articulating ratchet. I bet that's going to be like 150 bucks. Okay, I got it dulled out pretty good. I mean, I could probably spend another week on it sanding, but this would be good enough for the first go around. How I do this, like I said, is I'll get this so it looks pretty good, so out at the field it's respectable. And then when as time comes to the gnats, I'll pick a spot and do one part. You know, inch by inch. One open bay till it's done, and then one flat. Takes a lot longer to rub it than it does to paint it. Okay. Remember guys, this is only paper, so you can't push on it very hard. You can push on it pretty good on the leading edge and the flaps and the trailing edge. It's an art. You gotta take your time. And what the compound does, it heats up the paint. This is plastic. It's nitrocellulose film. And the strength of the air, and believe it or not, the airplane gets stronger as you rub it out. You wouldn't think so, because you're making the paint thinner, but less stress risers. You still can't throw it in the back of the car or anything. Gotta be pretty darn careful. This is double-aught silk span, lightest stuff I could get. Three base coats. I think this one has 2 coats of white on it, which I don't think I started tinting the clear on this airplane. Maybe that's why it's 60 ounces instead of 58. And there is a difference in dope. You know, if you're going to use dope, I do not recommend SIG, which is certified. The pigment is just too low. Even Brodak, even though it's made by Randolph, there's not as much pigment in it. You can ask John when him and I first started hanging out together. I said, "How much paint are you putting on that? A quart? A quart of white?" I said, "Man, you can paint that in 1 coat." One coat. Yeah, it's not bad. I got this nice and flat, the trailing edge. Flaps are pretty good. If I go too much more, I'll rub the ink off of it. And here's a tip that I didn't do on this airplane that you need to do. After you ink, I didn't do it because I was building here. After you put an ink line on, take an airbrush and airbrush over the ink line. Do that 4 or 5 airbrush coats just on the ink line, and that helps build up the clear over the ink so they won't rub off like I rubbed through the line right there. I know I didn't do that on this because this was built in this apartment. This was built after last year's Nats. I think. Maybe the Thunderbolt was built after, I don't know. No, I had this one ready to go before the Nats. It's all running together. Let's dry slide this thing. This here is what I use as lubricant. It's good on ball links, it's good on hinges. This is motorcycle clutch cable lubricant. It's called Dry Slide. It's graphite. It's black, so it's kind of crappy, but you just wipe it off. I'm going to shake it up. Lube up all the hinges and all the bearings. You see how Well, I'll show you when I get over there. It's pretty nasty stuff. It's black. That's what color graphite is, so. It wipes off though. You want your hinges, your controls as free as possible. Now, I don't have much flap on this airplane, so there's not enough weight in the flaps to pull the elevators up, but you would, theoretically, you'd like it sitting on the tarmac with the elevators up, weight of the flaps holding the elevators up. Then you know they're loose enough. But I decided on this airplane I'd fly off the tail with less flap. And I'm not sure that was a good thing to do. I won't know until I fly it this season. And if it's not a good thing to do, I'll saw the flaps off, make a new set that are bigger. But I think it'll be all right. Oh yeah, it sounds good. That is a nice thing about dope. You can change your airplane or do whatever you want and fix it and nobody can tell. I don't have much paint on this one either. We'll sand this out while I got it back here. I got an hour and a half tonight, so we still got an hour left. This could use it again. Kind of gritty. Kind of gritty. Said the line man. I ordered some propellers today. We're gonna try on this airplane. I ordered a 15.5 rev up, a 15.6 rev up, a 14.6 and a 14.5, and then I got these Zor propellers I'm going to try. But these are electric, and I'm a little concerned that the blades might fly off, so I don't know. Of course, I got one around here that's made in carbon fiber, but I don't know where it's at. Got so much crap here. Got to have propellers. I got this beautiful propeller made by Dan, but it's so under-cambered, I think it'd go about 300 miles an hour. Here's a Phelps propeller, but it's 13 inch. I gotta have at least 14 inch on a two blade for this. Alright, let's sand out this stabilizer, see what happens. I'll do this side. We'll see what happens. Remember, I got to do this on the bottom yet, too. Won't happen this week. It'll happen before the gnats. Both airplanes. I get a lot done on the weekends because I don't do anything. Shit, you can't afford to do anything. The gas is so expensive. They're talking $6 a gallon. Let's see, $6 a gallon. Where's my phone? There we go. $6 a gallon. Close, clear, 6, divide by 25, cost $1/4 mile. Might as well ride in a cab at $6 a gallon. Let's go, Brandon! Of course, it's still not the most I paid for gas going to a contest yet. 1 year after 9/11, I paid $5 1/4 a gallon to go to the gnats. Sure gonna put the K-Box in some other events. Good thing I only work like 3 miles from here. That flattened out pretty good. That'll do the other side. Well, actually, I could go some more. If you look at it at an angle like this, you're looking for any of the little bumps in it. You want to get them bumps out. And that's when it'll shine the best. Little divots. But there's a fine line when you're using my paint system of going too far. You'll end up rubbing all the paint off. So you just get it kind of good enough. Normally what I do is I'll rub it until the paint just starts to come off, and then I'll go back and touch them up. I got it pretty good. It'll be better. It'll be okay. I've given you guys weights that you have to meet, and if you can beat these weights, your airplane will be light. A stabilizer of this size weighs 3 ounces. If you're over 3 ounces, you got a heavy airplane. A motor crutch weighs 3 ounces. We've been getting them down to 2.5 with some, quite a bit of work, but you can get them down to 2.5 ounces. A fuselage weighs 7 ounces complete. If it's over that, it's too heavy. My wings, when I build my wings before the bell crank is in, weighs 5 ounces. After the bell crank's in, with the flaps, 10 to 12 ounces. If you're over 12 ounces, it's too heavy. That's for a 700 square inch wing. That's with the flaps. I try to make my flaps weigh, or get my flaps to weigh a 1/2 ounce apiece. Where Al Rabe, he would make his flaps 3 ounces with all kinds of fiberglass and arrow shafts and of course, that's all well and good if you're not worried about how much it weighs. Landing gear. Landing gear weighs 3 ounces. If you get it lighter than 3 ounces, better off you are. I've kind of swapped over to these style of landing gear spats because I can get the landing gear down under 3 ounces with those. Use them big ones. Like I might change them on the Tucker and drop an ounce off that airplane. I don't ever add any built-in tip weight. Somebody mentioned something to me. Oh, with Dennis had a mission. He said, well, you could take out any built-in tip weight that you got in your airplane. Man, I ain't built no tip weight in. 64 foot, 15 thousandths lines. Takes anywhere from a 1/2 to a 3/4 ounce of tip weight. Not 2 ounces. I mean, I've seen some ungodly amounts of tip weight. I run 2 to 3 degrees motor offset. My rudders are straight, but they're airfoiled. I use the Bob Hunt lead-out block because it's lighter than a slider. I think they look better too. Let's see. We got 10. I guess you guys got bored of me rubbing. That's okay. This is 5,000 grit here. Didn't have to go up through the grits because this is all pretty smooth. I got my candy apple green coming. Should be here Tuesday to paint that canopy candy apple green. Should have been painted from the inside, but it's too late now. I ain't cutting it off. But it is lacquer, so I can shoot dope over it. See a spot, rub a spot. I wish you were here so I could show you exactly what I'm looking for. Because I got that right there. It went completely flat. Like flat black, only it's flat red. With no shiny spots in it. And the first time you do this to your airplane, you go, God, I ruined it. No. That little spot right there is going to polish up like a jewel. I wish I could get the whole wing to look like that. But there again, see, it's on solid wood there, so I can press on it pretty hard. You can't do that on open bays. So you're kind of at the mercy of time. I was polishing my motorcycle out in front of a bar one time, and some girl walked out and said, "Oh, I wish somebody rub on me like that." Yeah, okay. That ain't happening. That flattened right out there too. So we're getting there. Just a matter of how much of this rubbing I want to do. The first step in making it shine is to make it flat. Yep. Well, you guys have lasted 40 minutes. I can't believe it. Minutes. Hope I don't have a fillet problem this year. Wonder if we'll see Joe Adamusco this year at Brodax. That guy is a finisher. Airplanes are heavy, but he is a finisher. And a rubber. And a rubber. I'll sand for another 10 minutes and then I'll start polishing. Gonna have to be sanded again though. Good evening, Gary. I think the neatest thing about this airplane is the way I have my AMA number on the bottom. I've never seen that before. Any of you guys ever seen AMA number like this on the bottom on an airplane? I think it's pretty cool. I'll show you the bottom. You tell me, you ever seen a number on the bottom of an airplane like that? I don't know if you can see it. Man, there's a lot of work to do on the bottom here. Got to touch that square up. Oh, I've been sanding on this, I see. I did the first sand out. That's good. I just ain't got around to polishing it. So I got one square there, it needs attention. This side has not been done. This has not been done. Cowl hasn't been done. That's what it looks like. Oh, got the black shit on it. Man, gotta get that off before it stains it. I'm gonna take a little alcohol and get it off. Yeah, we got it. Yeah, if I change the propeller out, it takes a ½ ounce off the thing. Actually, a little more, about 3/4 of an ounce. Right off where I need to take it off, the nose. Let me look inside there. I haven't looked in there in a year. Yeah. Drill. There we go. Yeah, right there too. Yeah, I didn't put an extension on this one. I wish I would have now. There's my cowl. I mean, not quite finished as nice inside, but pretty darn close. I don't know what this weighs. Probably 1.25 ounces. Pretty heavy. Right on the money, 1.25 ounces. Boy, I'm getting good. Need to figure out how to leave that off. Maybe I'll make another one out of fiberglass or something. Can't get it much thinner though. I'll check the bolts while I got it up apart. What did I do with that thing? I just had it in my hand. another one. Tight, tight. Tight, yeah, they're tight. Yeah, different. Let me let you look inside here. Look, do a little explaining. Okay, what's up with this engine bay? It looks like it's aluminum back here. Well, it is kinda. It has that plumbing insulation tape inside it with some aluminum foil over the top of it. That's to isolate the heat of this muffler from the tank, which is a cast carbon fiber tank. And even though this is a rear exhaust and you wouldn't think you would have to suspend the muffler is suspended on a pipe mount. I built a shelf under there, and so the muffler is zip tied to that pipe mount. You don't want all that stuff rattling around in there. Otherwise, what will happen is it'll either break loose at the header, or it'll crack right here at the mount. Casminato made these. Casminato made the tank. Medusa spinner, 7 grams. Hey Charles, let's see what he has to say. Only thing I don't like about this airplane is that it's 60 ounces. If it was 58 ounces, I'd love it. But it's a little heavy. But we'll have to get over it. Come on, get on there. Now what do I do with the bolt? Well, there's the other Allen thing. I mean, I got an aluminum bolt, but hell. What the heck did I do with it? Oh, here it is. One 440 bolt is what holds that cowl on. That's it. Boy, it's going to take a lot of work on the bottom here to bring it up to snuff. A couple of trips over John's house to do some spray paint touch-up on the checks. Where I've sanded through. Okay, let's rub out the side that I sanded. We'll see how much difference it made. I know it's going to make a difference in the center here because they're really smooth. Hey Charles, if you get here, you can fly my airplane again this year. Or fly one of mine anyway. I have to make a new set of lines for you. What I'm looking for in the canneling of this is this thing flat? Does it have any acne? Gotta sand the acne off of it. Average view time, 8 minutes, 38 seconds. 18 concurrent viewers. No chat revenue. Hit the super chat, guys. Hit the super thanks. We are doing bad. We are doing bad this month. I'm going to be putting up a thread on stun hanger here shortly. No, I don't want to add weight. I want to take weight off. That's why I'm going to the 15.4 or 15.5 rev up prop and drop an ounce off the nose. I'm going to be putting up a thread on stun hanger to help me out with the bandwidth for the nets. The bandwidth cost me anywhere between $60 and $75 a day to stream the nets. So we'll get a jump on it, and you know, a lot of guys, they throw in the money at the nets. Well, I don't see that money for a month, and I'm not doing all that great, so okay, let's compound this thing and see what it looks like. Okay, we want to run the bump. The bump we'll polish afterwards. Okay, I'm going to pull in this other camera so you can see the transformation. Here we go. This insignia blue is so pretty when it's polished. It's like black. That's pretty good. We'll get the polish on it and see what happens. Yep, that came out. This is going to be a nice airplane. Depending on how much work I want to do on it. How much you guys can stand watching me do this. I get asked all the time, what are these airplanes worth? This one here is a little more expensive than the Junar because of the a couple $100 more because of the PA in this. The Junar's motor is a $300 motor and this is a $500 motor. But these airplanes, not including the time that you spend on them because you couldn't afford it, are anywhere from $2,000 to $3,000, and if you put in the time at a skilled labor rate, it'd be $10,000 and up. Because you surely couldn't pay somebody $8 an hour to make one and get anything that's worth a darn. So you got to pay skilled labor rate, $25 an hour and up. The Continental that I'm replacing, that I had, it's on the program. I sold to a guy who's on the forum. can't remember. It's I either sold it for 15 or 2,000, and that's after I had used it for 5 years. This one's nicer. Ooh, don't want to go too crazy there. It started hopping. Get a second hand on it. We're going flying this weekend, though. You get to see this one fly. Okay. Yeah? You think? 2,000 tops? I've sold them for that, and they were used. When I was building them for people, framing them up, I won't build one for less than 1,000, and that's no finish on it. No motor, no finish, just a frame airplane. $1,000. And how many have I done? Lots. I ain't painting none for nobody anymore. I've done that too, but I ain't getting wrapped up in that deal. Painting them is a whole lot harder than building them. Okay, let's see what it looks like with a little jizz on it. I can tell you this, if the AMA accepts a donation of an airplane, they'll give you up to $40,000 in tax credit. So is it worth 10? I'd say so. Let's see, I need to move this over here. Well, that depends on who's judging. This one has a better chance of being on the front row than my other one. But I'll fly the other one if I can't make this one fly as good. Yeah, my other airplane's a second row airplane. This one here, possible front row. Tell you what, I bet you Howard's airplane's on the front row. He's got a gallon of spray shine on that, I know. Beautiful. At least a quart. Man, that's going to be a heavy paint job. Wow. Yep, I can shave in it now, so we did good. I'm going to try some Cletus McFarland spray and wax stuff that his buddy, you know, I try anything. I can tell you this, that wadding that comes in the can, I can't remember what you call it. That shines him, that works. Silver polish, you know. Wendy always, you know, swore by Gorham's. That stuff's crap. Yeah, if you're going to try that, you better be damn careful. I can't tell you how many airplanes I ruined learning how to do it. Definitely a feel. If you feel it dragging, it's too late. You've already went through the paper. Got to keep it wet too. You got to have that compound as lubricant. Oh, you know, you follow Cletus, huh? I think it has some kind of well, he was a detail guy, so he knows what he's doing. But I think it has some kind of porcelain or something that I can't remember what you call it. Now, I've been using Carnauba. Month of Freedom. I had to take this down there and see if he let me fly it on the burnout pad. We gotta see if we can work out a contest on the burnout pad. I guess you followed Derek at Vice Grip Garage too then, huh? I don't know where these guys get their money to do all that stuff. I guess their YouTube channels are raking in the dough. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Pussy window. Get this side now. We got 5 minutes left on this stream. I mean, I figured I'd do an hour and a half tonight. You know what's really funny? Is I've never met you, some guy in Sandy, but here you follow the same things that I follow. And John follows the same things I follow. And I'll bet there's a lot of guys on here who follow the same stuff I follow. Yeah, I got 3,000. This is not as popular as cars. I follow this channel called Project Farm. You need to follow that channel. That guy does some independent testing on different things. Glues, JB Weld, tools. Or do you already follow Project Farm? He's a little hard to listen to, but his content's good. Well, JB Weld, hold the cylinder head on. No, I could have told him that. Project Farm's a good channel. Cletus McFarland, Vice Grip Garage. What else do I follow? I just started following Elon Musk. He's got some pretty decent stuff, but it's commercial content. It's not. Boy, that's coming out nice. That's the second rub on that one spot. Yeah, we're getting there. It'll be a beauty come Nats time. If I don't get any hanger rash on it. Gotta be careful. Yeah, I'm going to order some Sam's wax. We'll see how that works. Porcelain. That's what it is. Porcelain. I don't hear any static yet, so it ain't ready. When you do this and you rub it and you got it shined up as good as it's going to get, it'll start making static electricity. There's a couple pops, but let's do this side now, and that'll be the end of that. I watch Bikes and Beards because I know the guy. I know Dale. Dale owned the shop that my boss bought. I sold him some old antique motorcycle stuff. But Dale died, so his son took it over. And they moved from Effingham, Illinois to someplace in North Carolina. I follow him, but I don't know where their shop is anymore. I got a Harley Davidson airplane. Dale had some weird shit. He had Harley Davidson cement mixers and midgets and all kind of crazy stuff. All right, that is going to do it tonight. I probably won't be on tomorrow night. It's Charles's night. Yeah, never dull. That stuff works. But I'll still rub. I got at least 40 hours of rubbing left to do. To get it as nice as possible. That's a shame that happened. Hopefully we can... What can I do there? There's got to be something I can do. Thing about lacquer, the more you rub it, the shinier it'll get. Alright, that is going to do it for this evening. I appreciate you guys watching. We'll see you Saturday at the field or at John's. Fair winds, tight lines. Let's go, Brandon. See ya.